Hey, beautiful goddesses. The solar eclipse is coming up in just a couple of hours. And I just sat down with some of my beautiful fellow goddesses and I wanted to share the message that came through. And I will pull some more cards. But I just thought it was such a beautiful message. All of the cards that came up were about love, soulmates, tantric union, sacred union. And so I believe the energy right now, as the darkness covers the light, we are brought back for a minute into darkness, into ourselves, without sight, unable to see. And that moment we go back into our deepest self, and in order to reflect on what is this transition bringing. And so as the darkness covers the sun, as we are removed from our vision, our physical vision, we are forced or guided, let's say, to really tap into our internal sight, our psychic sight. And the message that is coming through is so beautifully around the divine feminine. And I feel like the goddess is coming back online. It's a big paradigm shift that we're moving through right now. And this soulmate, tantric union, sacred union, I feel what I'm channeling is that the message is about bringing the divine masculine and the divine feminine into union. We've had centuries of separation, centuries of women being disempowered from their, I don't want to say disempowered necessarily, but being shamed for their sexuality, their beauty, and especially their psychic gifts. We all know history, and it's been frowned upon and shamed and rejected from general society. But I think times are changing. And I think that, the next cards that came up were resilience, finding your own limits, and transformation, defining yourself. So this is for the divine feminine goddess collective. Be the unicorn. Who are you as the unicorn? A lot of us are raised to conform and to fit in, and now with social media more than ever, we're comparing ourselves to other people. We're following other people. Oh, I want to be like them. As opposed to coming together as a collective, as a community, and independence, carving your own path. So what is it that you hold in your heart space? What is it that you know deep down from perhaps past lifetimes that could go back who knows how far? What is the path that you want to carve, regardless of what society has been telling you is the norm and what is acceptable? The goddess Aphrodite came into this reading, and again, I feel like this new chapter is all about embracing beauty, sexuality, and in a way that, we've come a long way in society, obviously, as women, but there is still this paradigm around our sexuality and also especially around our psychic gifts. And this is the next card that came out was Her Secrets. And I feel like as a collective, the divine feminine has had to hide away her gifts, has had to hide away her beauty, the power of her sexuality, the power of her psychic gifts, these secrets that we pass along to those we trust, among circles that we trust, but they're small, and it hasn't been safe. It hasn't been safe to come out. And Be Goddess, the next card, I feel is the solution to that. It's because divine feminines need to come together. We need to support each other on this journey as we bring our secrets, our gifts, our magical power back online. We need to do it together. We need to do it together like a movement. We need to support each other instead of competing with each other or comparing each other or comparing ourselves to each other. And so that was the general message that came out, which I just thought was so incredibly beautiful and moving. And so I want to pull a few more cards on that front. So, divine feminines, what is your path moving forward? What are you going to do with this new chapter? How are we going to create the collective with one another? How do we come together? And this doesn't mean just women. That's not the point. The point is not to be exclusive. It's not to separate. The point is to integrate the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And at this point, I think we are very separated and not cooperating, not collaborating, not co-creating. So let me just pull a few cards for this solar eclipse. And okay, the Three of Swords, heartbreak. We've experienced a lot of pain in our lifetimes and perhaps our current situations, and there has been an unequal give and take. I think as divine feminines, and once again, this is not gender specific, this is energy. As divine feminines, we're givers, we're Gaia, we're nurturers, and that's what we bring from a place of love. But it has resulted in an unequal give and take scenario. Temperance encourages us in this new chapter to take that heartbreak, to use that pain as rocket fuel to create the new paradigm, the new beehive, the new bee goddess collective that will lift all of us up together. All of us integrating divine masculine, divine feminine. I think we have been waiting for a long time. I think a lot of us are very aware that this is what needs to happen. And we've tried and we've tried and we've tried, and it's easy to become apathetic or despondent. But this solar eclipse offers us a new opportunity, a new beginning. Woo! Oh my God. Sorry, that was way too many cards. Well, the first one popped out was victory. So I think at this time, we've finally timeline jumped. Like, this solar eclipse is the timeline jump where the energies are going to change. The energies are going to change, and all of these beautiful projects that we've been working on, in spite of things going on behind the scenes that may be, disrupting our path, disrupting our journey, we also have to be smart. So, this guy is stealing all the swords and he's running away. And the point is that he is taking the swords from his enemies so that there will be no battle. And, I think we're past the time of warfare and confrontation and ego. I think the divine collective is guiding humanity to ascend in an interconnected way, intertwining and transmuting pain and heartbreak into rocket fuel for a bright and beautiful new future by integrating the masculine and the feminine. It's not about us and them. It's not about black and white. It's not about what you have, I don't have, and vice versa. So removing the weapons from the battlefield, and although it's scary, and we've been beat up a lot, we all have, I'm not just talking about women here, perhaps we have built our fortresses and we found a way to protect ourselves from, the battles and the constant struggles. But this is sort of a point where, the wands are fire, the wands are passion. And how do we get to the next level? Well, we have here the Knight of Cups. So it's definitely coming from your heart space, allowing the pain and the sorrow and the anxiety to be transmuted, releasing our attachments to the roles that we need to play, or that we think we need to play, because we don't. The roles and the responsibilities, and also the injustices and the self-imposed restrictions that we've placed upon ourselves, because this is who I'm supposed to be according to society, and blah, 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 blah. So how do we embody the goddess Aphrodite? And how do we create this beautiful divine feminine collective? How do we create and find a safe space for us to come together? It's really beautiful. So with the Six of Cups, look back to your childhood. Look back to those moments, your memories where you were really connected to your inner child, to the beauty, to the wonder, the safety, the love, the dreams, before the reality of the world caused you to, mourn the current state of the world, and have the courage to cut away anything that is still hanging on. Use your reason, your logic, your mind, but don't get trapped in that. It's a sense of being clear about your path, focused about your direction, and confident to move forward. Let me see. What else do we have? And abundance and security is in the future. So let's use this eclipse. Let's use this beautiful eclipse. On the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands to embrace your power, embrace your passion, your dreams, and just own them. Just own them, confidently, and be the master of your own fate. Follow those dreams, follow those passions, allow yourself to bring the divine feminine into merging into an intertwinement and connection with your masculine, and the abundance will follow. Just have the courage to cut away what no longer serves you, what is like a ball and chain connecting you to the past paradigm. Anything that does not that isn't in alignment with your dream, the dream of your inner child, your authentic alignment, have the courage to cut it away for a new beginning, a new passionate, beautiful beginning of creation, fire, love, all of it.